Okay, well, this video is totally about shoutouts and how people get them. Okay, so this one's gonna be kind of passionate because this is something that I totally believe. Shoutouts you should never ever have to ask for a shoutout ever. Personally, I think if you ask for a shoutout from somebody who is quite famous, you are one selfish person. Seriously. Asking for a shoutout is asking for more followers. Because you want people to like you. They'll never know you unless you try. Most of the time, these people who get shoutouts never do try. So they're getting followers for a completely wrong reason when they really should be getting them for their writing skills, depending on whether or not they are very nice or not, and just basically themselves and not just a fake person who's pretending to be nice but turns out to be a total asshole. All these shoutouts that I have received in the time span that I have never asked for, are usually to gain no followers because I really don't want, and, well, scratch that last thing. I don't like to get shoutouts because personally, I believe that makes myself look very selfish, and I want to gain followers for my writing skills, and not because somebody gave me a shout out for it. I think something that we need to strive for on this site is in fact our followers, and getting a shout out from somebody who's quoted famous is a really cheap way to gain those followers without really having to work hard for them. A lot of things that we see on this site, including shoutouts, are really popular people who are nice, or they think they're nice, having a lot of followers and like one story with very little likes on it. Personally, I would have rather have had more likes on my story, because that means, oh my gosh, my story's better, my story's really good, than having followers who probably don't even know me and probably don't even care. Because that's what you gain when you get a shout out, is you get, unless the person likes you who's following you from a shout out. Because if the person doesn't like you and is just following you because somebody told them to, you're practically gaining a lifeless soul, because they're not going to comment on anything unless it involves themselves. They're not going to like your stories because you just don't write for their style. And they're just not going to like you and know you because they just don't have interest, and they only followed you because somebody told them to. And so that's personally what I happen to think about shoutouts. I think they are a very big thing on selfishness, because even if it's like a shoutout that's like, hey, you should follow this person, they're my best friend, I'm still not going to follow them because they're your best friend. I'll follow a person for three main reasons, really. One is if I like their writing style and what they write for. Two is if they're a nice person, because I don't want to follow somebody and get recent activities for someone who's a total douchebag and likes to bitch about everything. And three, if they talk to their followers. I know that I cannot stress that enough at all. I talk about it a lot, and I'm sorry, but that's something that I believe in too, is getting to know your followers, the followers that you gain by yourself and not from shoutouts, because they probably don't want to know you. But that's personally what I happen to think about shoutouts. I think they're very selfish. Very. And I just don't like them that much. Oh, and then there's like those shoutouts that's like, you better follow this person or else I'm gonna find you and kill you. And I sit here and I'm like, are you seriously freaking threatening me because I'm not gonna follow somebody? Oh my gosh, some people, they are so stupid. Anyway, I just made a 5-minute rant about that. Holy crap, that is something I find passionate. Anyway, so I think I'll go now. So, machetes. Bye.